I gotta go pee, Fred. Entertain the people, please. Ready? You ready for dinner? Hi, Fred. Wow, that was a big roach, Freddy. Did you see that, roach? You're not doing anything to help me, are you? Just gonna follow me around until I feed you? Don't worry, buddy, I'm gonna feed you. You don't gotta do this. I'm gonna feed you. Alright, to everyone who gets queasy looking at Fred's food and seeing him eat, you may look away now for the next 3 minutes that he takes the scarf down his food. Okay, Freddy. Alright. shitty rice. This is the sweet version with coconut in it. I'm going to add some water and we're going to heat it up in the microwave and wait for it to get like actually cooked. Aight? Jess, I think you should absolutely walk out of work if you are feeling that shitty. You need to take care of yourself and your body first. And your boss needs to know that you are bleeding and dying and in pain. I honestly don't know why we don't guarantee period leave for people who have periods. Eh? Smells like popcorn. Sticky rice smells like popcorn. How was dinner, Freddie? Clean Plate Club. I'm currently wiping down the counter just because I feel like we haven't wiped down the counter because I haven't cooked for camera in a very long time. And all these particles might be encouraging roachies too. You can't just move because you have roaches. How does that logic work? Do you know how hard it is to find an apartment in New York? What part of Cali should I go to? Everybody keeps telling me to check behind the fridge. Y'all think I can move the fridge without killing myself? Who do you think I am? This is the sweet version without mugwort with coconut. That is so buttery. So dang buttery. That is so good. Yeah, no, I think my fridge is too full, y'all. It's gonna take me an hour to unload. We're just gonna not worry about it. That's all you can do sometimes is try. No, I don't want to get used to roaches. This is the first time I've had roaches in this apartment. Boric acid getting placed behind the fridge would entail that I have to get behind the fridge myself. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Shall we go eat with Fred? As usual, today I have no content for you. We're just gonna... Oh. Freddy? Where are you? Oh, he's probably hiding. Are you hiding? Oh, buddy, it's okay. Freddy? You wanna come out, Fred? He got scared by the vacuum. I'm sorry for the vacuum. We'll get him a greenies. He'll come out. I didn't even see you come over from that side. I was waiting for underneath the bed. Ow. Jesus Christ, you monster. Get up. Good boy. I don't fear spiders. Aaron does. Time is real and unreal at the same time, isn't it? What shall we talk about today? Jennifer, I also wonder why we have so many human rights, or supposed human rights, but we don't really give animals the same rights. Like, you know how they advise you to always neuter and spay your pets? Why don't we do that to people? Doesn't make sense to me. Overcome feelings of unworthiness. I think we're gonna have to get a little specific. Explain how you feel unworthy and what are you unworthy of. Because if I'm gonna give you a real answer, I'm gonna need a real specific question. At your comfort level. Encouraging them to wear condoms is not the same thing as snip snip. I don't have furniture to begin with, so Fred has nothing to scratch. He's also a very good cat. If they decide to ghost and you don't know the reason for their ghosting and you're assuming it's because you were flawed so much that they ignored you, then that is jumping to conclusions. You don't know why they left you in the blank space of no response. It could be because they are going through some shit on their own and they don't know how to deal with people. It could be that they lack social skills to adequately express themselves and they don't feel comfortable telling you the true reason for why they ghosted. But also, ghosting is so much a part of our generation's MO now in terms of communicating or lack thereof, because we have not been taught how to communicate without fear. We have not been taught how to communicate honestly, and we have not been taught how to dissect our own feelings of insecurity when facing other people. We assume that nobody else feels insecure the way we feel insecure. That is an assumption. I got ghosted once, and I was like, yo, dude, just tell me what the fuck is going on, and if you don't like me, just tell me. I'm cool with it. I messaged him a couple of times asking him to give me a reason, and he did. You might as well try it. Don't play guessing games with yourself. You will just drive yourself crazy. Now we're gonna try the savory one. I already feel the butter congealing inside my stomach. Remember we put like 4 tablespoons of butter and lard? Got some red tea with rose. And by red tea, I just mean Assam. We're gonna pour a little Bailey's in here. Linda, please do not get triggered. Cheers. This is the first time I've had alcoholic milk tea. Not bad. Wow. Huh. I'm trying to mix the sweet mugwort one in with the meaty one, so we get a little savory sweet going. Did we all take our vitamins? Yay or nay? June, do you eat tofu, and if so, how do you normally season it or cook it? It's good in stir fries and soups. You can use it whichever way you want. I don't have any rules, as you can see. In your grief, have you also experienced a lack of appetite? Only in the first week. And I still felt really hungry. I just didn't want to eat. I very rarely lose my appetite. I think I put a little too much water in here. Fred, do you want to play? Yes, Black Forager seems like really fucking cool. I would not contribute anything though to that conversation or process. Hi, Fred. I need some saltiness to this. It's very weird because I put rose in here in the sweet one, and now the sweet is with the savory. So now I have like rose flavored meat. Very strange combo. Just a little bit of soy. Have a good shower, Del. You know what I really want to put on here is some Sriracha, but it's really gonna make my skin flare very badly. Should I do it? Living hurts me, guys. I still have to live, don't I? Yes. Anything that has chili in it will cause a flare up. That's a hula hoop. All right, we're going for it. We're gonna use this Italian hot sauce. This is the glutinous rice stuff that I made 2 nights ago. I have bad news. I think Mom's dried chestnuts are kind of rancid. It tastes like rancid oils, which makes me very sad. I was very looking forward to the chestnuts. No, they were in dehydrated form. Fred, I don't think is interested. Not in rancid chestnuts, boy's picky. Maybe I should go on Fiverr and tell someone to write me a song called Rancid Chestnuts, huh? I think having Fred in my life is definitely helping me grieve in a more balanced, detached way. Otherwise, I think I would have sunken into everything, all the stresses, a lot more. Fred is a really good role model. He reminds me that there is an alternative to just being. Hello, Rudy. Wow. We definitely have a scene within a scene within a scene of infinities, huh? I am trying not to freak out about going back to work. I am trying not to freak out about going back to work. I am trying not to freak out about going back to work. I just want the world to pause, you know? I just want everything to stop for a few days. It kind of feels like when you're running and you're out of breath and you can't really seem to catch up. You know what? Fuck affirmations. I'm not here for them. Can't deal with affirmations. You know, if I go back to work and people are asking me how I'm feeling, I'm probably just gonna say something along the lines of I don't want to answer that question because I hate it. I think I'm just gonna say that because it's true. I really don't like that question. I used to hate it, now I hate it even more. It might be rude to tell people to leave me the F alone, but sometimes I just have to be rude. You just gotta do what you gotta do. For some reason, chat is not showing up on my phone. I never use plastic wrap, except Mom had a roll of plastic wrap at her house, so I'm using the plastic wrap because I don't want to hold on to it forever. Hi, Tokyo. I was doing a negative version of an affirmation. What's a negation? Is that the negative equivalent of an affirmation? It's not purple. Is it? Does it look purple? It's like a dark navy blue. But thank you. This is Mom's sweater. The life of not using a tea strainer. Your teeth are the strainers. How to cook beef liver? Stir fry it with onions and garlic. A lot of spices. Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want. I don't think anybody's gonna ask me about the circumstances of mom's death, but I think they will ask me how I'm feeling. And I think the rudest thing for me to respond would be, how do you think I'm feeling? But it's kind of true, like, if you're gonna ask that question, I feel like you already know how I'm feeling, no? But Jasmine, I don't want to think about how I'm feeling. Thank you, Jasmine. That is what I'll respond with. I don't want to think about how I'm feeling. That is actually the most pithy, truthful answer. Gracias. I don't think you're not feeling nothing, or I don't think you're not feeling anything. I think the feeling of numbness is a feeling of grief. It is a delay in processing how much pain you've suffered. It's kind of like when you are going through a physically traumatic event. In the moment, your adrenaline is pumping and you don't feel the pain, and it's only after you're in a safe place that you see the blood and you see the gash and you're like, fuck, I'm in trouble. Your body is just trying to get you out of a bad situation. So it is dulling all of your immediate sensations. That's what I feel like is happening. Let's use mom's honey and make some honey mustard. About equal parts honey, Dijon, and mayo. Then let's toss in some of mom's black pepper. out this tripod situation. Okay, there we go. Haven't had jackfruit since, no. Yum. Yes, it is a thick carrot. We rented out a cabin in that state park. So we basically glamped. We didn't really camp in a tent. We had beds, but the shower water was not hot. The trip definitely felt like work. It was not fun for me. You know what? I love Spam. I'm gonna stand up for Spam. It's kind of what the McRib tastes like too. The McDonald's McRib that Aaron bought a few days ago tasted kind of like Spam. Okay, first of all, Lisa, Spam is not cheap. It's like, if you get it on sale, it's $3 for the can, and it's not even a pound of meat. So it's not a great deal, given that we have factory farmed sad animal meat that goes for like way cheaper than that. Second of all, yeah, all processed foods are bad for you, but I'm gonna die someday. That's just how life is gonna go. If I'm only gonna be eating healthy shit for the rest of my life, that sounds like a punishment. I don't know if I get indigestion due to standing up or just because I eat too much. I think I used a reduced sodium Spam in one of my gimbap recipe videos for Delish. I liked it. I like the reduced sodium version. Michelle Diane, I think the rule of thumb is if you have to ask, you've already answered your own question. What up, Maria? My favorite cuisine to cook is opening junk food bags. That's not a lie. That's the truth. Tonight we're gonna try a farmer's market apple because I deserve it. Or rather, I don't deserve anything because I don't believe in the word deserve or the concept of deserving. But I bought it last week and we are gonna eat it. This, I believe, is a Gold Rush apple. I've never had it before. Let me Google my photos and see what the description said. Gold Rush apples, 1993, Tippecanoe City, Indianapolis or Indiana. Sorry, what's IN? I think that's Indiana. God, I'm so bad at geography. It is the most American aspect of me. Crisp, crunchy, juicy, complex. Take a bite and savor the lemony skin, the bright flesh, and the notes of honey as it finishes. A deeply flavored apple. If apples were wine, this is a fine Chardonnay. I don't believe in the concept of deserving because that is such a meritocracy myth. I'm gonna say it's a meritocracy myth. Who decides what we deserve? It is fucking arbitrary, isn't it? Smells a little bit like a new book. It's quite strange. Wow. Okay. This is my favorite kind of flesh on an apple. The skin slightly thick with a snap to it. It has a textured, russeting roughness to it that makes you feel that it grew out of a thing with bark. The texture of the apple itself Wow, that is a good apple. The texture of the apple itself makes your teeth feel as if they are a brand new spankin' apple cider crushing machine. You feel the structure of the apple collapse under the force of your little dentures. Tender, crisp, juicy, but with integrity. It does not simply eviscerate itself like a Honeycrisp does. It has slightly more density to it, but it is not as dense as, say, a Granny Smith. The flesh, I'm trying to think about this. It's a very distinctive texture on the flesh. If you can imagine yourself biting into the world's youngest, in-season, tender breakfast radish. That's the texture here, but it has a slightly satin quality to it. It is a little bit tart, a little bit like sweetened lemonade. It has that honey note coming through, but also that bright, twangy, citrusy note. This apple is basically like a candy in its wrapper. The skin doesn't smell anything like what it tastes like. The skin smells almost cleanly neutral, but fresh. And then you peel away the skin and you have the candy inside. This tastes like somebody took notes of a Minute Maid pink lemonade carton and then packaged it into an apple and gave it a little bit more of a fibrous earthiness. So if you like Minute Maid pink lemonade, you might like Gold Rush apples. This is a farmer's market apple. It was $2.75 a pound. I believe this apple itself was probably something like $1.50. These are expensive apples. They are not cheap, but they are worth it. I don't know what buldak and a pico curry is. Hi DC. It was pretty cold today. I haven't given one of these to Grandma yet. I've been bringing her some pears because she complained to me that the pear I had given her, the Bosque one, had too tough of a skin. But she also insists that I don't peel her fruit for her because that's where the nutrition is. So I've been giving her some Bartlett pears. Once we run out of those pears, I'll share some of these apples with her. Is muhammara like a red pepper paste dip thing? If so, I have. I like it. All apples are good for baking. But I usually don't like to bake with these really expensive farmers market apples because I just want to taste them in their original form. Ooh, that's some juicy news. Reporting your boss to the Labor Department. Sounds fun. I think I was gifted mother-in-law kimchi before, and I let it go until it got fizzy and I wasn't a fan because I let it sit for too long. I'm sure it's good. It's just a little pricey. Alright, y'all, it was fun eating with you. I'm gonna take you to Fred. We're gonna say goodbye for the night because I have to get to editing. I'm trying to push out one more vlog before I have to go back to work. Will you say bye to Fred? I don't know why I don't see comments. Kimchi is most times not vegan because they use shrimp or anchovy in it. But it is like minimal in amount, but if you're a strict vegan or vegetarian, it's not a vegetarian item. Freddie, you want to wish the people good night? Poopies.